Hi guys, DevilHunterXYZ, and today we are playing Carpe Diem Reboot. And for those who are not aware of Carpe Diem, essentially it was a shortened 10-minute game. Oh, okay, I kind of used the term game very loosely. It was about a guy who ends up creating an artificial intelligence to help him with his everyday needs, and he goes through a daily simulation with his AI, and over the course of the so-called day, he ends up kind of somewhat enjoying the company of the AI to the point where he's kind of having like somewhat relations with it and starting to kind of almost fall in love with it in some aspect. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, the program crashes and he starts to wonder what he's been doing with his life. I mean, yeah, the story is just there, not much, honestly. But, yeah, so Carpe Diem Reboot, however, is, well, it's actually a continuation of that. Which I guess really, I don't know why it's not called Carpe Diem 2, because usually Reboot usually refers to kind of the overhaul of ideas, themes, and characters. But, I mean, either way, though, I mean, I was always kind of interested with the whole dynamic of artificial intelligence, and, you know, I'm kind of glad they are continuing with this story, so luckily, it would be a pretty interesting playthrough of this. This is mostly going to be a blind playthrough, because I have not... I mean, I did a little bit of test playing, you know, just to test out the recordings, but this is pretty much completely blind. And, if it is going to be the same case with the same characters, by the way, I'm going to probably go with pronunciations like Jung, and I think in the last game, in the original game, I think I called the girl AI because I was just going by the Google translated Japanese version of it, but I think for right now, I'm going to just kind of do a reboot of myself and just start calling her IE. So anyway, I think that's honestly it. I don't think there's really anything left for me to get through. So let's just jump right into it. Nothing lasts forever. All moments eventually come to an end. People eventually leave your side. Feelings eventually fade away.
Hey.
Whoa, is that voice acting? Being attached to something would just bring you pain in the long run.
Hey.
So, isn't it better to not bother dealing with anything in the first place?
Jung, are you listening?
Wow. I gotta say, it's pretty cool that they actually have voice acting in this. I mean, the original game didn't have any voice acting whatsoever, so hey, I'm kind of glad they decided to take the time to actually throw in some voice acting. And I guess I'm playing as Jung. Of course I am. What was it again?
You're dozing off. Are you tired?
No, I'm not.
That's the third time today already. Tell me if you want to call it a day.
Sorry, a random thought just came into my head. We can keep going.
I see. Anyway, look at this.
She hands me a flyer. She might have grabbed it while I was daydreaming. It says something about a fireworks event happening tonight.
I want to see it.
This is a public event,
I'm aware.
which means there would be a lot of people.
And?
I don't like crowds, remember?
Well, you gotta suck it up.
I gotta suck it up, huh? How about we just chill around here instead?
Oh, come on. We've been walking around here for a few hours now. There's nothing left to see.
She grabs my arm and insists that we go.
Please?
I let out a soft sigh. Fine. It's true that it's better to actually go somewhere than to roam around aimlessly. We walk towards the area where the event will be held. It's not far from here, but it's still a bit of a walk. The sun was just setting when we arrived. It's quite packed in the area, so we decided to climb up the hill. It's less crowded here, and the view isn't bad either. We made it somehow.
Just in time. I'm so excited to see the fireworks. Oh, snap!
What is it?
We should have bought food on our way here.
Oh, darn. You need to control your food urges. You'll get...
Say it. I dare you.
Never mind. That was close. I thought I saw my whole life flash before my eyes for a second there. The event finally started. Not long after, fireworks filled the night sky. I've never been a big fan of these kind of things, but this is definitely nice to see. Yeah, it looks pretty spectacular, actually. My eyes lock onto the bright lights shooting through the sky. I continue to stare at as they erupt into something so beautiful that I almost lose track of where I am. The loudly cheering crowd adds to the fun and exciting vibe. Ai is just standing here beside me, happily watching. The lights illuminate her pretty face and reflect so clearly in her eyes. Everything at this moment is just so beautiful. It makes me wish that this could last forever.
It's time.
She turns to me and gives me a melancholic smile. The atmosphere that was entirely happy and romantic just a few seconds ago suddenly becomes heavy. I stop hearing the fireworks, the crowd, and everything else. I look at her straight in the eyes. I feel like I want to say something to her, but I can't seem to find the right words.
You know, I think you need to move on.
Pathetic. It's pathetic that she's the one telling me this. But as much as it hurts, she's right. I can't keep going on like this. But I don't know what to do. I mean, even if I did, I wouldn't know how or if I could even bring myself to do it.
Well, I guess this is it for today. Young, I understand, but you'll end up hurting yourself. After all, I'm just...
Oh no, it crashed. Yeah, so this is pretty much just the recap of the ending of the last game. So, hey, that's pretty clever. Have you heard of the Turing test? It's an evaluation of a machine's ability to exhibit human intelligence. Whether it can act or speak like a human would. But however good a machine becomes, however indistinguishable it is from humanity, it will never be an actual person. Just like Ai. No matter how good her program is, no matter how much I deny it myself, she would never be real. We live in two different realities. She will continue to dwell inside the artificial world that I created. Just as I expected, the program lasts shorter and shorter each time. I stare at my monitor feeling empty inside. I don't even know what to think right now. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I need. The only thing I know for sure is that I know I'm not giving up on this anytime soon. Good night, Ai. This has been a great Valentine's date. Until next time. What am I doing with my life? No, what, we don't get that line? I mean, that was kind of a classic line. Hey, look at that. Reboot. So, I guess we're rebooting everything at this point, right? It's morning, I think. My room is completely enclosed. It isolates me from the outside world. I don't see the sun very often, but I can tell when it's up. The atmosphere is just different. You know, well, it would be easier if we just opened the blinds, I'm just saying. Not that it matters, though. I glance at the clock. It's 9 a.m. It's unusual for me to wake up this early. I've only slept for 3 hours, but for some reason, I don't feel tired at all. I'm full of energy to the point where I might be able to survive this entire day without eating. There's an hour before the program starts up again. I go to the bathroom to take a nice shower. And please don't tell me we're gonna see him in the shower. Well, I guess that must be one nice shower. I'm done, but there's still time to spare. I sit at the computer. What should I do while waiting? So I guess I get our first choice. Either check our email or check money? Let's just go with the email. It's been a while since I've personally checked my email. I usually leave it to Ai, but I've got nothing better to do right now. Let's see. 31 unread messages, all of which are work-related. That's a lot. I know Ai is amazing when it comes to doing work, but it never fails to amaze me how she can handle this much. I don't know whether I should be proud of Ai or myself for making her.
What are you doing?
Whoa! You scared me. Don't just pop out of nowhere.
Where else am I supposed to pop out of?
Well, good point. Yeah, good point.
Well?
Oh, well, what?
Do you need help with something? What can I help you with?
Oh, nothing. I was just bored. How are the projects going?
The same way they always do.
I notice you've been taking on more projects at a time now. Make sure you don't stress the system so much.
It's fine. Trust me, the environment I rendered yesterday takes way more resources than doing a dozen projects at the same time.
I suddenly freeze for a few seconds. Being reminded of last night made me a bit embarrassed. I could not look at her.
Are you okay?
Yeah. But no. I don't know. I'm looking away, but I can sense her gazing back at me. I'm sure she can tell what I'm thinking, and I want to ask what she's thinking, but I'm afraid of what the answer might be. So, are you going to start working now? I shouldn't be bothering you.
I was just thinking that.
Okay then, I guess I'll go eat.
Eat what? You don't have any food left here.
What? I don't have any food. Are you serious?
I told you to buy groceries the other day, but you didn't listen.
Ugh, what a pain. Well, I did say I had enough energy to last the rest of the day. I'll buy groceries tomorrow. My stomach growls loudly. Why, stomach? Why have you forsaken me? I thought you had my back. I trusted you. Am I really arguing with my own stomach?
I think you should go buy them now.
Fine. I reluctantly stand up and walk up to my closet. I randomly grab whatever I see first and throw it on. I look like a hobo, but I don't care. I'm only going to be gone for a little while anyway. Ugh, I didn't want to go outside today.
Oh, by the way,
She stops me before I leave my room.
your birthday is coming up, isn't it?
Now that you mention it... She smiles at me.
I bought some things online. I think they should be arriving soon.
What? You bought something with my money without telling me?
Technically, it's my money, you know. Or what? Would you rather do these projects yourself from here on out?
Ooh, okay. She has a point. She did earn the money. But I made her, right? Shouldn't it still be mine? I don't know how this is supposed to work anymore. Alright, fine. I wave goodbye to her and take my first step outside. So I guess this is Jung's actual world that he lives in. The sun is shining brightly, but it's not particularly hot out. If I had to think of a word to describe it, it would be... let's see. Annoying. Yeah, the sun is annoying, as always. I start walking toward the nearest market under the blinding luminescent sun. I can barely keep my eyes open. Thankfully, the market is just a few blocks away from my apartment. It's a weekday as well, so there will be less people there. Perfect time to buy groceries. Same drill as last time. Buy a week's worth of supplies and go home. I gotta love these malls. One Energy, Brains, what that one says? Loyal, Firefly, Red Mobile. I don't have a big appetite. I can usually survive on one meal a day with small snacks thrown in here and there. 2 full bags of food, drinks, and some other things should be enough to last me a week. This should do it. All set. But before I go home, whenever I buy groceries, I never fail to go to Motome Bakery. It is without a doubt the best bakery in town, maybe even the country. It's just a small family-owned shop near the market, but all their items are drool-worthy, both in appearance and taste. Whoever owns that place should be crowned as the flower master.
Welcome!
The lady minding the shop greets me warmly, but I'm too distracted by the display to even think about greeting her back. Everything is so irresistible. I want to buy them all, but I can't eat that much. Most of it would just go to waste. I must choose wisely out of respect for the baker. I pick a few of the pastries, and of course I can't leave the store without some of their specialty devil's food cake. Just looking at it inside the display case, I almost can taste it. 2 layers of sweet, soft, and airy chocolate cakes coated in a thin layer of vanilla icing that melts in your mouth with every bite. Well, I gotta say, that actually sounds pretty good right about now. I want to grab it right out of the display case and eat it right this instant. I love it so much that I probably wouldn't be able to live without it. This is going to be the main course for today's meal.
Thank you! Come again!
Man, that was a great haul. I can't wait to eat this cake. Oh, that reminds me, I mentioned my birthday earlier. It's hard to believe that it's only 5 days away. I wonder why she brought that up. Wait, she also mentioned buying something online. Was it a gift for me? I wonder what it is.
Welcome back.
Ai stares at me within shock. What?
You bought that cake again.
Yeah, it's a reward to myself for successfully going outside today. Well, I gotta say, that's kind of a really lame reward for just going outside.
How nice. It looks as good as always. I wish I could eat it with you.
Even a computer programmer appreciates it. That's the kind of power this cake has. I put the box on the small table between my computer desk and my bed. This is what I use as a dining table, which works out because it also doubles as a kotatsu during the winter.
I know I asked you this already, but why don't you just buy yourself an actual table?
It's fine, I don't really need one. It would take up too much space in my small room.
Then get a bigger apartment.
She makes it sound so easy. I don't need that either. I like it small and cozy. And besides, it's not like I use a dining table often anyway. I take the cake out of the box and start eating. Ai stares at me with envy drawn all over her face. Every bite makes me want more. Its softness, its color, its taste, it's just that good. If this is what heaven feels like, I would gladly die right now. That must be some really good cake for that. Before I know it, I finished the whole thing. I want more.
That's because you've been eating it like no tomorrow.
I should have bought 2. As I'm cleaning the table, I hear a knock. I stand still and stare at the door. The knock continues. It's definitely my door that someone's knocking on.
What are you waiting for?
This is something I've not experienced in a very long time. Someone is knocking on my door. I'm not expecting anyone at all.
It's probably the delivery man.
Oh, I almost forgot. She did say she bought something online. Now it makes sense. I slowly open the door and see a man holding a large box. Large enough that it covers his face while carrying it. I sign the paper he hands me and take the box from him and close the door after a quick nod. So, I turn to Ai. What did you buy, and why is it this big and heavy?
Oh, stop complaining. I'm doing this for you.
So, this really is a present? This girl, she didn't need to.
Can you assemble it for me?
Oh, wait, what? I opened the box only to find out that it is a bunch of steel. What? What am I supposed to do with these?
That's a little gadget I need.
Oh, for you. I see. I feel so embarrassed. I actually expected this to be a present for me. Come to think of it, she never said anything about presents whatsoever. I got way too ahead of myself. I want to dig a hole and hide. I gives out a soft chuckle.
Don't worry, you will get a gift.
Huh? Gift for what? I pretend not to know what she's talking about.
I see. I guess you don't want a birthday gift after all.
Wait, no, I do. What's the gift? Before I know it, I'm already looking forward to my present. Normally, I'm indifferent about receiving gifts, but I'm curious to see what Ai will give me.
I need you to assemble the package first. I need that for your gift.
Wait, I have to help her with her gift to her to give me my gift? Wait, what? So, this package is not my present, but it will give me a present? I'm confused. I take the steel tubes and the manual out of the box. It looks like it's some kind of pair of mechanical arms or something. She's going to use these to make me something. Although, what could she possibly make with it? I guess I'll just have to wait and see. There, I'm done. I'm going to place it here beside the table.
Awesome! Oh, and one more thing. Can you build me a cover?
Cover? For what?
You know, privacy.
Oh, what a pain. How much space do you need?
Let's see. About the size of that box.
She refers to the box that the mechanical arms were in.
That should be enough.
I set her up a small workspace beside a computer table just as she had asked. I cover it with an old white curtain that I've been meaning to throw out. Is that good?
Perfect. This shall now be my mini base.
A mini base?
Now, you have to promise me you won't peek until I'm done.
Okay, okay. I won't.
Well then, I'll be on my way. I'm going to be pretty busy tomorrow.
Okay. I turn my game console on while the program shuts down. Ai has already taken care of the project, so there isn't much left to do. This pretty much sums up my everyday life. Eat, play, sleep, and an occasional grocery shopping trip. Exactly, the life I've always wanted. Okay, so I gotta say, it's actually kind of an interesting thing going on right now. So apparently we get to see the life of Jung, and also we get to see, well, we also have a birthday surprise coming up pretty soon. So I think I'm going to probably end the video a little bit early because I don't know. Well, I'm just still kind of testing out the recording because I'm updating OBS. But who knows? I might consider going a little bit longer recordings later on. But for right now, I'm probably just going to end it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I'll call it. And hopefully we'll get that surprise pretty soon. Alright guys, this is DevilHunterXYZ, and until next time.